So welcome everyone once again. In today's session, we are going to see about different types of input forms, inputs available in forms, types. Basically, we are going to see, type of input fields available in forms and some different elements which are available in form. We are going to see that as well. Okay, the recorded videos of earlier sessions are already uploaded on my YouTube channel. So I'll be just sharing that with you at the end of the session. No worries. Okay, so let's start with our session. Okay, so I have created a file which is called form input types. So first of all, we are going to see the input types. Okay, what are the types we have, okay, which we can use in our form basically. So what we are going to see now, we are going to see about some, like whenever you fill up form, okay, you find few things like um, you might have seen, like you were asked to select your gender. Okay, so what is gender? Basically gender, one person can select only one thing. Okay, one person can select only one thing. If suppose I have selected male, and while submitting that particular form, if I select female and then submit, then what will happen to that selection which I had done on male? That selection will be removed and that will be put only on female, and that data will be saved in the form. So that is called radio type, okay, of selection. So let's see that first, and after that we will be seeing check boxes as well. Okay, so let me just start with my boilerplate, and over here I am writing form input types, form input types. Okay, let's see first of all about radio. So what I'm doing, I'm just starting my live preview over here so that you all can see the output on this side, right hand side of the screen. Okay, so suppose I'm starting with my form, okay, form tag, and under action attribute I'm not going to give anything. Okay, so over here h1 form input types, let it be. Okay, after that what we are going to do, we are going to start with one paragraph. Okay, one paragraph. In that, what we are going to, just hold on please. Okay, so what we are going to do over here, I'm writing like select your gender, select your gender. I'm just writing over here, and after that what I'm going to start with, okay, what I'm going to start with, I want a input field. Okay, over here let's see how it comes. Over here you can see I can put input. Okay, type as radio I can select. Okay, this is a shortcut for creating an input box over here. If I click on enter, you can see by default, as soon as I put this input and type as radio, I am getting one selection type of thing over here. Okay, that is available. And for what I am creating this particular input, that has to be mentioned in name. What will be the name for this? Okay, so over here suppose I want to write as female. Okay, I want this for female. And after that, over here, this name won't be visible. Okay, over here, that name won't be visible. This name will be visible when we will be submitting this particular form in the address bar. So we will see that as well. After that, what I'm doing, I'm creating a label just next to this particular input field. Okay, I have created female. Okay, over here also, four is not important, but for our best practices, I'm just writing, or what I can write, for what, for gender. Okay, something like that I can write over here, or female also I can write, whatever I require. That does not matter over here. That is for our understanding. Next, I want to create a input field, which will be again a radio. Okay, enter. Before that, let me have one break tag over here. Okay, and over here, what I'm going to give, I am going to give over here male. Okay, and after that, I'll be creating a label. Okay, so I want to create a label for gender only. It's gender, and over here it will be male. You can see over here very well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy and paste over here, and here I'll be putting a break tag so that I come on this line, other, and over here I can write other, something like that. Okay, that's it. Now what I'll be creating, I'll be creating a button. Okay, button I'll be creating. So button, what will be the button? Submit button. And what will be the name of that button? It will be submit. Submit. It can be anything. Over here, the selection what I have done, it can be anything. Okay, whatever you require as per your requirement. It could be register, it could be proceed, it could be submit, anything. Okay, something like this I have done. What I want now, okay, I want to just open this particular form, this particular page in my browser. Okay, over here you can see very well. In my browser I have opened this particular form, and now what we are going to do, we are going to do selection on female. Okay, while submitting, I recognize that no, that selection was wrong. I need to select male. Okay, over here I need to select male. Okay, so the thing is that what you can see over here, what I had told you, that it should select only one thing. Okay, it should select only one thing at a time in radio button. So what is wrong in my code, we have to see that. Okay, over here you can see I have given name as female, and over here I have given male, and here others. But the thing is that over here what we want to make them, all of them, these options in a group, a part of a group, that group name should be written over here. Okay, so what is the name, group name over here? This is called gender. Okay, this is called gender. And over here as well, I have to write gender. Okay, over here as well I have to write gender only. Okay, gender. And over here what I can do, I can write, I'm creating for others, so I can write others. Over here I'm creating for male, so I can write male. Okay, and over here I can write for female, I'm making it. Okay, now let's see what happens over here again. You can see if I select female and if I select male, now you can see the selection is going to that particular thing. Okay, so why I did that basically? Okay, so why I did that basically, I was very well aware that over here name I have to put same thing whatever I put. It is not mandatory that I have to put gender only. I can put anything over here. Okay, only the thing is that all the names, whenever I'm creating a type, input type as radio, all the names should be same, so that all the selection types come into one group. If I change anything, like over here, suppose gender 1, okay, if I put gender 1 over here, okay, now see what happens with the form. Over here also I can show you where I have put gender 1 for male. Okay, so I'm doing that. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select female. You can see over here female is getting selected, and if I select other, see what happens with this selection, female selection, that selection is removed out, and only male and others are selected. Why is it so? Because of this. Okay, because only male gender name is changed to something else. That something else is gender 1. Okay, that is why if we select that particular thing at first time or any time, that will be constant, that will be always selected. Okay, that is why whenever we create an input field with a type radio, we have to keep this name attribute common for each and every input field to make all of them fall into one group. So if I remove this one, see what will happen now. Okay, now what I have to do over here, what I why I started this form in my browser is that I want to show you. Okay, over here if I select mail and if I submit, see the address bar over here, what will be the changes? You can see gender on. Gender on means what? I have selected a gender. Okay, I have selected a gender, but I'm not sure which gender I have selected over here. So what else I need to apply in my code so that I should know that if anybody is clicking on male and submitting that, I should know that gender equal to male, gender equal to female, gender equal to other, something like that we want over here. So for that, what we have to mention over here, we have to mention a value to it. Okay, for this we have to have female. Okay, for male we have to have a value which will be replacing that on keyword in our address bar, male, and over here I have to change the value to other. Okay, let's continue again. Let me just reopen this form. Okay, now if I select male and if I click on submit, you can see over here gender equal to male. If I select female and submit, gender equal to female. If I click on other, submit, gender equal to other. So that is the thing which is involved in our radio input type of form. Is it clear everyone? Just let me know in the chat box please. Okay, okay. So now next type, input type, is our checkbox. So what we want in our checkbox to be like something. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to create another form. Okay. I am going to create another form over here so that we have both the forms over here and we can just differentiate between both the type of inputs. Okay. So I'm just starting with another form. Okay. Another form over here, and let's start with input type. Input type will be checkbox. Okay, input type will be checkbox. Okay, and after that, what I want an HR tag. Okay, so that I can see that. And over here, what I want inside the form, I want H 3 tag. H yeah, no, we can use paragraph. Okay, which select your favorite subject, skill, something like that. Okay, skills, not skill, skills we want. Okay, so now over here what we want to do, we want to have one checkbox. This is called checkbox basically. When I click over here, you can see over here there is a check mark. Okay, that is why with this particular line we will be getting a checkbox over here on our browser. Okay, so what we want to do over here, okay, over here we want to give a name to this thing, like what type of selections we are doing over here. So over here I will write as name as skill. Okay, ID if you require then you can write, otherwise remove it, let it be like that only. Okay, and over here what we want value as well, like whatever what we want to send in our address bar, send to our database, that things we mention in our value. So suppose it is HTML. Okay, the value whatever will be sent to our browser URL or to our database, that will be going as HTML. Okay, when we select this and submit the form. Okay, now next thing is that we have to create label for that. Okay, label for what? We want to create label for our skill only. Okay, and what should be the label? Okay, label should be HTML because we are sending the value as HTML, so we can keep it like that. Okay, now next thing, next input field what we want to create is again checkbox. Now you see, if I create, this will also become a skill name over here, it will become a skill, and value over here it will become as uh, CSS, let's say CSS. Okay, over here I'm writing BR so that it comes down. And after that what I want to do, I want to create a label for it as well. Okay, so it is something like this. Okay, it is something like this, label for skill, the name of the label will be CSS over here. And after that we have BR tag, and over here let's start with input tag again. Okay, let's put another checkbox for what? Skill only, and the skill will be say JavaScript. And over here we will be starting with our label. Okay, now let's have label for skill JavaScript. Okay, over here. And after that, what we are going to do, we are going to create a button for this button of what? Submit. Okay, now let's see this as well in our browser. Let me refresh. Okay, no, refresh will not do. Select your favorite skills. So over here, what I can do, I can do multiple selections. Okay, I can do multiple selections. And if I click on submit, then see over here in the address bar what happens. That is very important with respect to the data whatever you will be sending to your database. Okay, so if I'm selecting all and clicking on submit button, see over here, skill HTML, skill CSS, skill JavaScript. What should I mention over here? Something different is like I can mention something like skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. Okay, so what will happen over here next time if I mention different names for that? I selected HTML. No, let's select CSS. Let's submit. What happened? It's showing me skill equal to CSS. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake over here. I need to change over here as well. Like skill 1, it should be, and over here, it should be skill 2. It should be skill 3. Okay. Everything is changed now. Let me just again start the server. And over here, if I select CSS and if I click on submit button, you can see over here skill 2 is what? CSS. Okay, now again if I fill this particular form and if I select HTML and JavaScript, let's see what happens. Submit. You can see over here skill 1 HTML, skill 3 JavaScript. So what, how it will be helping us when we'll be analyzing our data? Okay, when we will be analyzing our data, so you can see, you can prioritize all the skills like HTML on top. Below that you can priority number 2 we can set as CSS. Priority number 3 we can set it as JavaScript. Okay, something like that. Okay, so what will happen? Suppose anybody is selecting this HTML and JavaScript only and submitting that, then you will be getting skill 1 and skill 2. Okay, so depending upon the data, whatever you receive, suppose you received 100 data or 1000 data, 10,000 data or something like that, you can export that data in your um, Excel file. Okay, after that you can uh, run your filters, and depending upon filters, or you can make pivot table as well if you are working on Excel only. And depending upon the selection, depending upon the favorite skills, you can just analyze which is the uh, which is the technology, okay, liked by most of the people, something like that. So it is not like that what we are learning over here. I'm trying to make you all understand like, oh, from this particular form where your data will be going, and after data collection what things you can do. Okay, so what you things you can do, you can just extract that data from your server and you can use that for analysis purpose as well. Like nowadays you might be aware that all the businesses are working on data, everything has become data driven business. Okay, so everyone like you can see big brands like Amazon, Flipkart, Google, um any brand, name it, any brand. Okay, big brands. So what they are doing, they are taking some inputs from you. Okay, they are taking some inputs from you and they are training their AI. Okay, they are training their models. I'm not sure about, are you all aware of all these things? Are you all aware of data science, data and analysis, everything, all these things? Just let me know in the chat box, please. Okay, 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 okay. That's it. So I moved ahead, I think. Uh, I moved ahead. Okay, no worries. So the thing is that whatever we'll be creating, okay, everything will be linked to our business. Okay, first of all, just keep this in your mind, like whatever you're learning over here, that can be used to improve your business, or the for the company you will be working for. Okay, so think in such a way to sharpen your skills. So these are the two types of input types what we have seen over here. First one is radio button and the second one is checkbox. Okay, I think this is the one. And next what we want to see, we want to see, let's have one interesting input type. Okay, I'll be showing you the project as well on that. Okay, I have created that. So let's have a form over here. Okay, so over here what we want, basically we want to create a label. First of all, don't worry about that, I'm not explaining anything over here. You will come to know by your own only. Okay, what I'm trying to do over here. Okay, so label I'm creating over here. Okay, so what I'm doing over here, I'm creating a label for color. Okay, select your favorite color, something like that. Okay, and after that what I want to do, I want to give semicolon. Okay, and after that there is another input type which is called color. If I hit enter, now you see what will be seen. Okay, you can see over here like we have black color by default. Okay, so it is not like that we will be having only black color by default. We can provide whatever color we want to. Okay, we want to have over here, that color can be shown over here. So for that what we have to do, a same way like we did in the earlier input types, we have to mention the value. Okay, so suppose I put value as FFF, and I'm not pretty much sure about that value. Oh, wow. So this is yellow basically. Okay, I was just randomly typing any number. So we got something over here, or we have to mention hexadecimal this type of number, this type of code only for the colors. Okay, so for getting all these codes and all, what we can do, we can refer color codes CSS. Okay, we will be getting n number of resources available on internet. So depending upon the color, you can select. Okay, suppose I want to display something like let's see, this color is good. I want to show something like this color in my browser. So what I'll be doing, I'll be just copying this color, and over here what I can do, I can just straight away paste over here. Now you can see that color is visible. So what will happen with that color? Okay, what will happen with that color? Let's see that as well. So let me create a button which is submit over here, and over here I'll be using a break tag. Okay, br tag. Why it is not coming down? Okay, both came down. Okay, fine. So what we are going to do over here, we can click on this thing, and as soon as we click over here, we are going to see this selection. Okay, this type of selection we are going to get. So suppose if you want to create any website or something where you require to provide this type of selection to be done by the user, you can use this particular input type, okay, which is color, to provide this type of selection to the user. If I click on submit, let's see what happens over here. If I select the right, something like that, if I submit, you can see over here I got that particular color code. Okay, so we can capture this color codes as well. Depending upon whatever selection is done by the user, we can capture those things as well. Okay, now the next thing is that what we want to create, we want to create another form. Let's have a chart tag over here. Okay, so over here what we want to do, we want to display some suppose date of joining, date of start, or something, date of birth. Yeah, date of birth basically. Okay, so what we will be doing over here, uh, we will be creating a label first of all. Okay, for course start, course start. Okay, and over here I'm writing start date, something like this. Okay, I'm writing something like this, and after that what I'll be doing, I'll be using input type as date. Okay, as date I'm using over here, and over here what I'll be writing, course start. Okay, that's it. So what you can see over here, what we are getting, okay, we are getting a calendar. So if you want to display any calendar on your web page or website, you can use this thing. So there are n number of resources, okay, n number of input types, not n numbers basically. There are countable numbers. Okay, so you can use that, and they are very we can say very pretty input type of input type. Okay, basically we can say that only, input types. Okay, so depending upon your requirement, you can use that. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone till now whatever I have shown? Just let me know in the chat box so that we can just move further. So you might have seen one, yeah, I forgot that input field to show you. Suppose let's create over here only. Okay, let's create over here. In the first, second form I'm creating over here. Suppose I want to create an input field. Okay, input field for what? Input field for password. Okay, so I have a type for that as well. If I write that and over here, okay, and over here if I type anything, you can see that is happening. Like over here we cannot see the data whatever is being put over here, but when we remove this type from password and put as text, okay, and after that if we write something, you can see that. Okay, so this is the thing what we will be implementing whenever we will be asking for the password from the user. So you might have seen many places, like whenever you write password, that is small dots only, and we are not able to see the characters. And next thing what you might have seen, you might have seen that you might be having one close eye or something like that button. If you click on that, then that later whatever you are typing, that is visible to you, and when you click again on that, then that is hidden again, like you are able to see that small dots only. So that is done with the help of JavaScript. Okay, and some conditions we have to apply for that. Okay, so depending upon that, like what conditions they are doing, basically if we hit on that particular icon, then the type of this input field, where is that, where is password, sorry, yeah, when we hit on that, when we are able to see this particular content, then they are changing the data type, sorry, not data type, they're changing the type of this input field from password to text. Okay, if we again hit on that particular icon, then they are changing the type, input type, from text to password. That is why that data whatever is filled in that particular input field, that is becoming that is looking like it's getting hidden, it's getting unhidden or something like that. So that can be done with the help of JavaScript. Okay, so if time persists, then we will be seeing that as well when we start with our JavaScript uh, code. Okay, now next thing, one more I wanted to show you all, like there is another type of input field. What I can do, I can make it BR, and over here only I can show it to you. Okay, so what I want over here, I want to create a label first of all. Okay, I want to create label for the first time. Okay, over here I'm writing CV. Okay, and over here upload or select your CV. Okay, something like that I'm writing over here. And after that, what I want to do, I want to use the input type. Input type of what? Input type of file. There is a input type of file. Okay, can you see that over here? What we got over here? Select your CV. Over here, we are getting um, a selection type of thing. Like we can just click on that and we are able to choose a file. As soon as I click on that particular file, you can see over here, I'm able to browse my computer. Okay, browse my computer. So let me just select one file like dear student.txt or something like that. Okay, that's fine. You can see over here dsstudent.txt file is selected now. Okay, if I hit submit, then that particular file will be submitted on the database, uploaded on the database, basically we can say. So there will be chances like when you will be creating something, some web application, web page or website or something like that, you want uh, the registrants or the students or anyone, okay, to upload some data, like you might require PAN card, Aadhaar card, CV, or you require some certificates or something like that. Suppose if you require that, you can use this input type, which is called file, and you can allow them to select those particular files, and you can save those files in your database or wherever. Yeah, basically it will be in your database only. So you can very well store this particular files on your database, and that can be used further. Okay, so that's it for now for types. And for elements, what I want to do, I want you all to um, you all to just, what I'll be doing today, I want to share few resources from where you all can learn all these things like HTML, whole HTML thoroughly, CSS thoroughly, JavaScript thoroughly. Okay, what I'm doing over here, I'm just giving you a path. Okay, I'm just trying to explain you some few points, few things from those particular skills in such a way like you also will be able to understand from the resources. If I provide you the resources, you will be able to understand the things um, in the way that is written. Basically, if I provide that without explaining anything in my style, then I doubt, I think most of you can understand, or I'm not what I'm not saying like nobody can understand any documentation, but I'm just taking an possibility, like if you are provided with some documentation or something like that, where you'll be having everything in written format, so that becomes boring as well. Okay, so over here what we are doing, we are just talking about the things what we want to do, and we are just demonstrating all the things, so that becomes more interesting rather than um, seeing all the things which is already typed, and we have to do the coding and all. So that becomes, yeah, for me also that becomes very much boring or something kind of thing. So what I have done over here, I have just shown you the path, like how you can understand those things, and how you can interact with your VS code, and you can type the things and get the output on your right hand side of your VS code. So I hope that everyone has installed this live preview and live server, so that simultaneously you get the output uh, on your screen, basically. So that will be making you amazed, and making you that will motivate, basically, like as soon as you get the output, something like that. Okay, that's it for now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a Google Drive link. Okay, and I will be uploading all the files whatever I have done till date. Okay, I'll be uploading on that, and I'll be uploading a text file as well. In that, I'll be mentioning the some resources from where you can practice, from where you can make your own notes. You can, I think you are making your own notes, but you can sharpen that particular notes. Is that clear, everyone? Um, is it fine? Is it sounding good? Something like that. Just let me in the chat box. Otherwise, we are going to move further. Okay, 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 fine. Okay, thank you. So what I'm going to do, I want to demonstrate today. I wanted to demonstrate one of the best thing what I have in HTML that can be used anywhere. Like nowadays, you might be aware that WhatsApp is being used, means everyone is using WhatsApp. Okay, no one is away from WhatsApp mostly. Okay, so what I want to demonstrate over here, I want to create a form. Okay, I want to create a form, and all the data whatever will be filled by the user, that will be sent on my WhatsApp number. Okay, from that particular visitor's WhatsApp number. Okay, so we are going to see that. I think just allow me um 10 more minutes after 11 o'clock. Okay, so I just wanted to finish this so that we can start with our CSS from tomorrow. Is it fine if we can see that, or you want this form to be done tomorrow? Just let me know in the chat box, please, because I will require. I'm saying 11:10. That means it can go to 11:20 as well later on if we might have some question or something like that. Okay. Okay, no worries. Then what we will do, we will okay, okay. Don't stress out anybody. Don't stress out. Uh, don't worry about that. And I can assure you that those who are uh, okay, okay, okay. So don't worry about that. So what we are going to do, we are just closing the session today over here only. Okay. So just let me stop the recording for today. So thank you all for attending the session. I'm stopping the recording now.